guys, it's Meg. What's up? What's poppin'? Welcome to the podcast. The weather gets warmer, the sun stays out longer, and plants come back to life. So what are some crystals that match the vibe of spring? And this is so sad. This is our last crystal episode. We've already done one for every single season. Another thing I've been doing the past 4 seasons now is I've been doing how we can romanticize our season. I always do a fashion trend video. In the past, I've done Kid versus Adele. I feel like I've done something else regarding the seasons. I just can't fully remember. Hey, what's up? It's Editing Meg. I also apparently have done stereotypes of the seasons too. But now I'm like, what am I going to do next time? What am I going to do for the summer? I need to come up with something else. I'm thinking we could do superstitions based off the season because I feel like that has to be a thing. But if anybody has ideas of what I should talk about for the seasons, because I love doing seasons trends. I think they're so fun and so cool to do. Let me know. And like always, we're going to do our little disclaimer music here. Just because we're talking about crystals and the quote-unquote benefits they could have for you doesn't mean that you should ignore and not use modern medicine and modern advances we've had. I just think crystals are fun and I think they're pretty and they're cool and they're just something else you can have. At the end of the day, they can just be a pretty rock sitting on your shelf. So that's my little disclaimer. Listen to the scientists because I know this current administration is very much spreading false information. So this is not one of those things. Okay? We are not being like them. We don't associate with them. And that's the end of my disclaimer. So we have 10 crystals we're going to be talking about and they are from multiple different sources. So I don't have a source. Sorry. But the first one we're going to use is tree agate. So I was trying to find specifically tree agate, like how long it's been, when it was discovered, and I couldn't really pinpoint it. But the name agate in general was first used by Greek writer Theophrastus from 372 to 287 BCE. And it seems like they go back to ancient times. And it was also saying that tree agate is the twin to moss agate. So for my sciencey people, this is a silicate mineral, SiO2. For spiritual, it promotes inner peace, patience, harmony with the natural world, good luck and stability, and it is a white and green stone. A lot of the stones we have some type of green in them. Just a little FYI. Can't talk today and I'm not even recording on a day after work. This is like one of my days off I'm recording. Number 2, celestite. It was first discovered in the 1790s. The year kept bouncing around. Some were saying it was the early 90s of the 1700s. Some were saying it was the later. Just know, 1790s it was first discovered. And it was getting many name changes over the span of 10 years. So another name for it is celestine. And it is said it was named after a Latin name for celestial or heavenly, referring to its blue color. For my sciencey people, this is a big word. I'm just going to spell it. STRONTIUM. Sulfate. So it's SrSO4 for the little composition. Is that what it's called? For my spiritual people, it is spiritual wisdom. It's used for manifestation and meditation. And it's protection from the heavenly host. Number 3. This is one of my favorite crystals. It's definitely my top 5. Fluorite. So there's rumors. You ready for the tea? That it was actually found in the Pompeii ruins. But in 1530, Georgius Agricola first discovered / mentioned it. But then in 1852, George Gabriel Stokes discovered the stone had fluorescence. I just think it's pretty funny that the first guy was named Georgius and then the next guy was named George. George really had a lot of history with his crystal. So my sciencey people, it is calcium fluoride, CaF2. For my spiritual people, it is known as the genius stone. It clears mental fog, it absorbs negativity and stress, it just has a bunch of positive vibes, and it is mostly like a purple and green stone. It is so pretty. There's so many different versions of it. Not all stones have the purple and the green in one piece. Some are just purple, some are just green, some are like a bluish teal color. I love fluorite. I think it's so pretty. Another favorite stone of mine, number 4, rainbow moonstone, which, fun fact, rainbow moonstone is just a white labradorite. I didn't look this up, but I really want to know why they changed the name. Like, why is it not called white labradorite? Why is it called rainbow moonstone? So, editing Meg. From what I could find and understand, it was named Rainbow Moonstone because it basically sold or traded better under that name because of the shine it gives off. So it seems like it was a marketing technique. Thank you for that. So this goes back to ancient times. Ancient Romans believed all moonstones were made from moonbeams and associated with the moon and their goddess Diana. My sciencey people, I put that it is also known as white labradorite. So it is, are you ready for this? Plagioclase feldspar, NAAISI 308. Or is that an AL? This is why we're not sciencey on this podcast. For spiritual, it strengthens your intuition and psychic. That says psychic, Megan. It strengthens intuition and psychic perceptions. Is used for manifestations. It clears the mind. It is a white, almost clear stone with black dots sometimes, and it definitely reflects blue or like rainbowy colors. It is so pretty. I have a ring on it that I wear all the time. I love her. Number 5, we have jade, and it goes back to ancient times. I was getting confused on the exact year, but as early as 3000 BC, we'll say. So for my science people, there's actually 2 different silicate mineral names. The first one is, it could be nephrite, which is a silicate of calcium and magnesium, or it can be jadeite, don't know how to pronounce it, a silicate of sodium and aluminum. So there's 2 different versions of jade. For my spiritual people, it is an amulet of good luck and friendship. It's wisdom and tranquility. It blocks negative energy. And I feel like the most common color of jade is green, but you can actually find it in red, yellow, white, lavender, black, and gray, according to my sources. I don't know if that means it was dyed or if it's like naturally that color. I double checked, and apparently it can be found in those other colors naturally too, and not just dyed. Number 6, morganite. Listen to the story of this one. It's actually so crazy to me. And I think it's one of our newest crystals we've done a podcast episode on. It was first discovered in Madagascar in 1910 by George Koons, who was the chief gemologist at Tiffany & Co. And do you want to know who he named it after? He named it after JP Morgan. I forget the connection, but I just think that's so random. And then October of 1989, they discovered one of the largest specimens in Maine. But yeah, this stone's called morganite because it's named after JP Morgan. I looked it up. It was to honor JP Morgan for his support in the arts, gems, and science fields. So my sciencey people, it's a beryl aluminum silicate, Be3 Al2 Si6 O18. So my spiritual people, it is heart healing. It's meant for manifestation, and it invites divine love and compassion and self-love. I also put protection. I don't know from what, but it is a pale pink, purple, and orangey color. A lot of these stones, I don't know if you notice it, is I feel like almost every stone has been a part of manifesting. And I feel like it's because spring is all about like new beginnings. There's plants blooming, animals come out of hibernation. Like, it's supposed to be like a fresh start. So I feel like that's why manifestation keeps getting brought up. Number 7. Another one of my favorites is opal. It was first discovered in the late 1800s, most likely in Australia. Again, it kept bouncing back and forth between times and dates. That's just the one I settled on. For my sciencey people, it is a hardened gel of silica and water. So the physical properties actually vary per stone. For my spiritual people, it used to be called the quote-unquote Pandora, or the light of the world and queen of gems. So in ancient times, so this stone actually went back to ancient times, but I think it was first named in the 1800s. In ancient times, they believed the stone possesses all the characteristics of all gemstones, and it is used because it represents hope, clarity, and truth. It is a stone of inspiration. It enhances your imagination and clarity. It protects against negative energies. And it's a iridescent stone with red, blue, green, or violet little specks in it. Number 8, we have pyrite. And it is from ancient times, and it is also known as fool's gold. So it is named after the Greek word for fire, which it says PYR, because the stone can create sparks for starting a fire. Like if you take the stone and you like use it against another stone or a piece of wood, it apparently creates fire. So for my sciencey people, it is an iron sulfate, Fes2. For my spiritual people, it is said to attract wealth, abundance, good luck. It is for courage and strength and protects against negative energy, and it is a gold color stone. And fun fact, I don't know where I found it, but we all know I love rocks. I used to collect rocks as a child. I always say you're never too old for a fun rock. But one time, I found a piece of pyrite. I didn't know what it was, but I thought it was so fun and so cool, and I picked it up and I showed it to like my dad. And my dad's like, "Oh my God, that's fool's gold. Where did you find it?" And I was like, "Over there." He's like, "That's really hard to find, Megan. That's so cool." So I kept it and it's on my display of the crystals. I forgot to mention before I started my little story was that I found this rock when I was really little. I was definitely still in elementary school. And that is my biggest flex in life, which is a sad flex. Number 9, we have flower agate. So this one, I lied. This is our earliest crystal. It was first discovered in Madagascar in 2018. What I'm hearing is I need to go visit Madagascar because they seem to have all the fun crystals. For my sciencey people, it's a Caledonian quartz silicon dioxide, so SiO2. And the flowers that are inside the agate are Botryoidal, Botryoidal. That was definitely wrong. For my spiritual people, it encourages new beginnings, growth, and transformation. It is basically just the stone of growth. It's self-discovery, and it has blooming potential because of the little flowers in it. Flower agates are pretty, but it kind of grosses me out sometimes. I do own a piece. It's like a pale, clear pink, and then there's these little like white or like light pink splotches that look like flower in it. And the very last crystal that we're going to talk about is number 10. Drum roll, please. Serpentine. It is from ancient times. For my sciencey people, it's a group of hydrous magnesium-rich silicate minerals. So are you ready for this? It's a long one. Kind of feels like a football chant. Mg3. What was that noise? A little creeped out. Don't know what that noise was. But it is Mg3, Si2, O5, in parentheses, OH4. It contains iron, nickel, aluminum, zinc, or magnesium substitutions. And for my spiritual people, it represents changes, renewal, a spiritual awakening, wisdom. It's like a snake shedding its skin, and it's usually green and black. And that is all the crystals that I picked for spring that kind of embody it. So going through my list. Tree agate, I have pieces of it, and I have a bracelet of it. I don't actually wear her often. Celestite, I definitely have pieces of it. I don't think I have any bracelets or anything of it. Fluorite, I have so many pieces of fluorite, all different colors. I have a necklace of fluorite. I think I have a bracelet of fluorite. Rainbow moonstone, I do have some pieces of it, and I have a ring that I wear every single day. Jade, I have a red jade bracelet, but that's it. I don't think I actually own any jade. Morganite, I do own a bracelet. I'm not sure about any pieces. Opal, I don't own anything that's a real opal. I do have a fake opal ring I wear every single day, but she's not a real opal. Pyrite, like I told you, I found a piece in the ground, which is insane. And my sister also bought me a big giant piece of that. Flower agate, I do have a piece, maybe 2. And serpentine, I actually don't think I own this crystal at all, which is crazy. But before we end this episode, we are going to pull an affirmation. I'm using the Inspired by Frida by Akal Pritam deck, so I'm not going to forget it this episode. Let's cue some ASMR shuffling that's never ASMR shuffling, but maybe one day it will be. I really don't know what that noise was. I don't even know if it came across the microphone, but I think birds were just like flying off the roof, but it was just like weird. I looked outside and there was just so many birds flying around. And I feel like that's like a bad omen. And card flew at me. That was so easy. I got distracted by one of the other cards. Oh, I just lost. One of the other cards was just really pretty. And now I'm not going to be able to find it. Like, I swear Frida's hair was down in it. And her hair's never down. Is there like a glitch in the matrix happening? Oh my gosh, her hair is down in this picture. Do we want that one too? We're going to do both because I've never seen like pictures of Frida Kahlo with her hair down. Like every other one, her hair's up with like flowers. That's scary. Anyways, cue the drum roll, please. So this is the one that fell and literally hit me. And it is, don't miss an ideal creative opportunity because it looks like work. Good work is happiness. I feel like we low-key got that one already this year. So this is the one I noticed with Freda's hair down. I've never seen this card before. This affirmation is, connect to your inner sense of the beauty of wisdom, being grateful for your whole journey. And those are our affirmations we can take in this week. So the next time that spring season comes around, the sun's shining brighter, the birds are chirping, and the bees are buzzing, here are some crystals that we can use to help amplify this season. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Hey Guys, it's Meg. You can follow Hey Guys, it's Meg _podcast on Instagram for updates and good times. Come back next Monday at 9 a.m. where I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about one of my newest obsessions, also known as Substack. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace out, Girl Scouts.